So midterms are now over and I survived. It's crazy that it's already midterm week. It feels like literally last week I just started school here and it's already halfway through my first quarter of chiropractic school. It's insane. It's moving too fast, way too fast. I have an exam tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. embryology exam tomorrow morning, and then on Monday morning I have a biochemistry, Tuesday is osteology, Wednesday I have healthcare terminology. So 4 straight school days in a row, 4 straight midterm exams. It's going to be crazy. If this video makes it out to you guys, then that is proof that I survived my first midterm week. I believe in not just sitting down and studying and just getting right into it. I believe that there's a process that I do so that way I can study both efficiently and effectively. So what I do first is I set my environment, triggering my mind that it is time to study. So I start out by dimming the lights. I will diffuse some essential oils.
Time was given like presents, one for me and you. Blew out the candles in silence. May the wish come true.
My favorite ones to use are peppermint oil and frankincense oil. There are actually some studies that show using peppermint oil increases focus, and the frankincense is known to improve mindfulness. And then the second thing I do is I set my mind. So setting your intention on why I'm studying, and I don't mean the why on, oh, I'm just going to study embryology tonight because I have my embryology midterm tomorrow. No, I mean, what is the bigger picture? What is the bigger why of your studying? Because there's times where you're not going to feel like studying. You're going to be unmotivated. You're tired. You're just going to be out of it and want to complain and not want to do the work. And it's at those exact moments where you want to use your bigger picture why to motivate you to do the damn things. So like for me, for instance, my big picture why and what I think about every single night before I study is I think about the lives of the people that I'm going to impact once I'm a doctor. I want to transform people's lives without the use of drugs or surgery. That's why I chose to become a chiropractor. I like to take a moment of reflection and just kind of picture myself working with a person and just what that feels like of transforming someone's life. So yeah, after that I go into diaphragmatic breathing. So not to get too crazy with this, it's basically just deep belly breathing. And so studies show that just 6 deep breaths can lower blood pressure, and I love it. It puts me in a really grounded state. And so then the next, my third step is to set my focus. So we've set the environment, we've set my mind, now we're setting the focus. So what I like to do is first things first is take my little phone that I have my notes on, put that on do not disturb right there, throw my phone on my bed, pop these guys in right here, and then I like to play some study music. So this, what I like to use for study music, I just play binaural beats on Spotify. You can just look up binaural beats study music or something like that on Spotify and it should show up. That's what I personally like to use while I'm studying. Some people like classical music, some people don't like to listen to any music at all. Just find what works for you. Once you incorporate that system that works for you, you'll be able to study smarter, faster, more efficient, and you won't be stressed out while you're studying. Cool. All right, so just got out of the first exam. Midterm 1 of 4 is down. Wasn't that bad actually, went pretty well. So I got about 4 classes today on Friday, so I wanna try to study a little bit in between right now, head in the library, gonna get some studying done before my next class. Let's do it.
Is in your life so much love is in your life.
I don't know why whenever I have my camera next to my computer, it starts making this weird like fuzzy sound, so I'm gonna try to stay a little away from it. But anyway, just got back to my apartment. It's about 8:15. I had a long day. I had the exam this morning, went well, had a few lectures, couple meetings, got a workout in, came back here, was able to make a nice little dinner, shower, and now I'm in prep for my study mode. Gonna study biochemistry tonight on this Friday night. Oh my, what are you guys doing this Friday night, huh? This is how I spend my Friday nights, but it's what it is, you know? It's not glamorous, it's not exciting, but these are the nights that matter. This is what it takes to get you to where you want to get to. So I'm gonna study tonight for a few hours. I'm gonna sign off here. I'll see you guys in the morning.
I'll let you go. I'm so glad you called me. That was awesome.
Yeah, happy birthday. How old are you? Are you 40 now?
Yes, 40. 40. So I was telling my friend of mine, Lula. Do you know who said? She said, I just love your son's videos. I always learn something every time.
Oh, that's cool. Well, thank you, Lula.
So it's a lot of material that's on the test.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, thank you. See ya.
I love you. See ya.
Alright. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm rocking this robe. I love this robe. I think I'm gonna wear it all day because it's Saturday. I'm gonna be in here studying and it's hella comfortable. So, still working on biochemistry and had a great study session last night. Got the bulk of the material done, and so today I'm just focusing mostly on the study guide that I had made, or the teacher I had made. I'm just kind of working through that, and then I'm working through a list of questions that students have put together. We put it on a drive, so I'm going to look through all this, and then I should be good with the biochem, and then I can move on to the next subject, which is osteology. So my little tip for this is focus on them individually. Don't leave anything unknown, or don't leave any problems with that material, because then at least what I find is whenever I start with the next thing, all I can think about is that one left on problem. So don't start something new until you have finished the prior task. So when I'm studying, I can usually retain my focus for about an hour to an hour and a half before my brain's like, yo, I need a break. Stop what you're doing. One of my buddies was telling me recently, actually, is where I heard from, that if you learn something new or play like a musical instrument during your study breaks, you'll actually retain the information better that you were studying. And I thought that was kind of cool, and I read on them some more, and there's a lot of research behind that, actually. So I thought it was cool because I play the ukulele. So you stick out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't the heart that choose him and me, be for real, baby, it's a no-brainer. You got your mind on loose. Next tip is going to be having healthy snacks on deck. So got some cashews here, and I want to place importance about eating healthy snacks. So look, you should always be eating healthy, especially so while you're studying. Why? Because you don't want to put crap into your body, because if you put crap in your body, you're not going to fuel your brain, you're not going to fuel your body to be energized and focused and study and learn well. So having healthy snacks on deck is a major, major plus. Now, as far as what I'll eat for healthy snacks, I got some cashews. I like to eat a wide variety of different nuts. Sometimes I'll make like a little bit of a salad, or I'll have a piece of fruit, like some apples or berries or something like that. But general rule of thumb, you want to eat real whole foods. Avoid the processed junk. I always say if it comes from God, eat it. If it comes from man, avoid it. Also, rule of thumb, you want to avoid heavily dense carbohydrate foods. Don't want to eat a lot of carbs, and I don't want to have a lot of sugar, because I find that whenever I have sugar, high carbohydrates, it clouds my thinking a little bit, makes me tired and sleepy. Certainly don't want that when you're studying. I don't want that for you either. So stick to that little rule of thumb. You should be off to a good start. Good morning. So a little bit of time prepping for my biochem exam later today. Here's the schedule we got going on. So right here, I got my osteology midterm, which is tomorrow. And if I click on that, I have listed exactly what I want to be going over. What'd you think of the exam?
It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad.
All the time I was held up, I forgot to breathe. Yeah.
Ooh. So I joined the ICA, it's an International Chiropractic Association. Really cool. Basically, I'll get a lot of access to tons of resources and different doctors. I get to stay in the loop of the industry of chiropractic. So pretty cool, and it costs like next to nothing for me to join as a student. So but yeah, I just got back from the gym. I'll post the workout I did right here. Bing! That was this really cool kettlebell workout. Gonna shower and then make some dinner, then get to studying.
Hung up on the details, not seeing the bigger picture within. I miss the
Tuesday morning, going out for a run before my exam, because running or just doing any high intensity interval training significantly improves learning comprehension. So particularly whenever you go right after you just learned something or a lot of material. So I just studied earlier this morning, so I got a lot of information up here. I think I know everything for osteology, but now I'm gonna go exercise to retain it, and then I'm gonna go get ready and hopefully crush this exam. Now, exercise has many benefits, one of them being that it dramatically lowers cortisol in the body, right, which is a stress hormone. You know, you guys know this. How many people do you know that right before the exam they start freaking out and they get all stressed out over it? But what happens is whenever you have a lot of cortisol, it impairs your thinking and impairs your ability to comprehend the material that you studied so hard for. Right, so I'll give an example. Right before an exam, you don't go to the bar and start drinking alcohol and get drunk before the exam. Why? Because you're not gonna do well, you're drunk. Much like then, so why do you stress and freak out right before an exam when it's only gonna hurt you? Makes sense, but we worry so much because we don't think we're prepared, right? But hey, I say this, do the work when it's time to do the work, right? And then do the right things for your body. Get enough sleep, eat the healthy food, go exercise right before your exam, chill out a little bit, right? Because it's all gonna be okay. You did the work in the first place. So how long do you have to exercise for? I do about 20 to 30 minutes, shows to be, the science shows has the most benefits. I just did about 20 minutes today, fit it in. Ran about a little under 2 miles. I did some incline speed walks. I did a little bit of jogging, did some intervals with some jogs and some sprints, and I feel amazing. Now I can go back, get ready, get some food, take a nice cold shower, and get myself ready for this exam. So just got out of the osteology exam. Not gonna lie, that was probably the hardest one yet, but we'll see what I get, we'll see how I do. Made it through. Now we got one exam left, healthcare term. Going to finish out a couple more lectures I got today, and then we're gonna start studying for that.
As they know how call from the bottom, falling up, 'cause they know.
Jude, how was midterms?
Should have aced every test, but I'll take a B.
Bailey, how was midterms?
They were good. Now they're over, so we get to celebrate.
Jackie, how was midterms?
They went really good. I think so. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out.
Chris, how was midterms? Banging. Dakota. What'd you think of midterms?
Hey!
Midterms was fine. Why?
So good! So good!
Just look me up, Stephen Gage.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, so midterms are now over, and I survived. Besides a couple of zits and this little rug burn I got on my nose playing football, face plant, but I made it and I'm in good shape. So I thought the results are actually in for our midterm grades, or most of them at least, so I thought I would share them with you. So I crushed them, by the way. So for embryology, I got a 94%. Biochemistry, I got a 103. I got 100. Not just 100, but 103, because actually they add a few more questions in to even out the scores. And then for osteology, is not posted yet, but it should be posted soon. So if it's not out by the time this video comes out, I'll go ahead and drop that into the description. And then for healthcare terminology, I got a 96%. Now look, I don't give you these scores to brag about myself, to say look how good I am, look how smart I am, because no, number one, that's not true, and number two, that's not what this is about. What this is about though is figuring out what works for you, right? The only things that I have done is I figured out what works for me, what learning style works best for me, and then I created a system around that to stabilize that and protect that, right? So for instance, as far as learning styles go, I don't do well in study groups. I know some people swear by study groups, and because of that, when my friends or other peers ask me to come study with them, I tell them no, because I know what works for me. I know I'm not gonna learn as well studying in a group as I do as learning by myself, right? With my little whiteboard writing things out. And then in between my classes, I'm retyping my notes. Some people can reread their notes and they get it. For me, I can reread it. It's not gonna stick. I gotta write it out. I gotta talk it through with myself and implement the system that I do that helps support that. Now look, you might be a little confused about what exactly my system was. I tried to include a few tips that I use, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave an outline of my complete system of my tips that I gave in this video, so that way you guys can read through those. Now my system might not resonate with you, but I encourage you to figure out your own system, and I encourage you to figure out what learning style sticks with you and then create a system to stabilize it. And the next thing that I want to say is that learning does not start nor end in the classroom. Now look, I wish I could learn everything there was to know in school and then boom, I know everything. But that's not the case. It's impossible to know everything. So with knowledge comes power. The power to create an abundance of opportunities, not just for yourself, but for the people that you impact in the world. To learn new things is not just to make yourself better, but it's to make the people you impact better as well. And I truly believe that if you aspire to change the world and make a difference in other people's lives, then you must make first that change with yourself. So knowledge does not start in the classroom, nor does it end in the classroom. You can apply these systems and these learning strategies, not just on your exams, but in lifelong learning, to learn the things you're passionate about, learning the things that you know that you can make a difference in other people's lives. And because we all have that power, we all have the opportunity, so let's make the damn best of it. So I'm actually about to go head out to a business conference going on downtown this weekend. I would love to take you guys with me, but I think this is gonna do it for this week's video. However, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.